Hi everybody, welcome back. It's a Mystic Warrior here, and today I wanted to talk to you about um, feminine energy. You know, when you sit back and see the bigger picture of what's going on in society, what's going on around the world, I'm also hearing a lot of people discussing energy, feminine and masculine energy. But what I'm finding is that we're not discussing it in the sense of getting back to our natural energy. Like a lot of women are discussing it, saying that we don't really need our men. Um, so let's touch on that a little bit because we know that everything in the universe has balance, everything has a purpose, everything has a yin and a yang, right? So, as empowered as we want to be as women, we still have to understand and realize that there is another side to us. There is a balance to us, a mixture that completes the whole picture, and that is our men. Um, and as much as we want to say, I am a woman, hear me roar, and I'm powerful, and I'm getting into my feminine energy, that is true. But while we're getting to that point, we can't forget the male and the masculine energy that he brings. Um, you know, what I see happening a lot since women had to start working is that we're taking on the masculine energy. We're becoming too masculine to the point where we even have a problem with allowing a man to show his masculine side. And there's no balance in that, and the universe won't balance that, and then you're gonna end up having like issues, like a push and a pull. Your feminine energy is a nurturing energy. Your feminine energy is a spiritual energy, and it's very powerful in its own right. But on the other side, the masculine energy is an action, a doing, a power energy. And what you want to do is marry the two, bring the two together so that you have both working like a well machine. Like when I'm dealing with my husband, I will spiritually tell him what I'm feeling, what I'm manifesting, what I'm envisioning, and I leave the action part to him because now he knows the goal and the message. Now it's his duty to go and do the action. And that's fulfilling to him because he's using his masculine energy for its purpose. He's not just sitting around, trying to be the woman while I'm trying to be the man. I nurture his ego. I tend to his masculine needs, not in the sense of physical. His masculine needs to be recognized and feel like a man. Just like how we want to be recognized and feel like a woman. We want to feel sensual. We want to feel sexual. We want to feel loved. We want to feel appreciated. Right? The masculine energy also needs those things, but it also needs the give to say, okay, now you go out and get what your woman or your family needs. And that is a fulfillment of his energetic side. If I, as the woman, am going out and trying to always get and to do and to put in the action, yeah, it can be done. But as Chris Rock says in one of his stand-ups, doesn't mean it's a good thing to do. Some people have no choice. But when you do have a choice, and not to say that you're settling because you have to get married, like those are different issues. But when you have a choice and you are taking on the masculine energy, too much of the masculine energy, you're not doing yourself justice. Take the time to nurture yourself, to nurture the feminine in you, to become sensual, to become one with your own nature, your spiritual, sensual, nature that is in tune with the universe, because that's where the messages are going to come through. The messages come through you first. If you notice, I've studied religious texts and scriptures, and old world scriptures and the goddesses and everything. If you notice, the message from the universe always comes through the woman first. We're the spiritual head. We're going to pick up on that. But if you continue to force and push masculine energy out, you're going to lose that sense of connectedness and oneness with source energy. So when you tap into your feminine and you are bringing in those messages, your antenna is able to pick up on everything that the universe is telling you. You're bringing that in and you're channeling that now. Now you are giving instruction to the masculine now to say, okay, put this into action, put this into work, because this is what needs to be done. So when you actually look at the way that the universe has us set up, it's a wonderful balance, and one is not any greater or any less than the other. I mean, as a woman, I would much rather be the communicator of the universe than to have to go into action all the time. That's not what I want to do. That's not my job, right? That's the masculine energy's job, to go into action. And there are times when women, we have to step in and take a little bit of action just to get the ball rolling. But then it's up to us to pass it off and say, okay, men, now it's your turn. The ball's in your court. Not for us to take it on and say, I don't need you, man. I'm going to step over you. I'm going to be your mama. I'm going to bully you. I'm going to rule you. And you need to kiss the ground that I walk on. That's an abuse of power. And that is going to upset the whole apple cart. We need to first have respect for ourselves as women, not trying to be men. And then when we exude that, we also will exude the respect that we demand and deserve. And by putting our men in the right position, we won't have to fight with them for things that need to be done, need to be dealt with, because when a man is in the right position, when he's nurtured into his own masculine energy, sometimes we're trying to feminize men, which is very wrong, and tell them they need to get in touch with their feminine side and all this. No, we need to get in touch with our feminine side, and they need to get in touch with their masculine side. We don't need to cross lines, So when we're trying to take over, a man who's in touch with his masculine energy is in his place in the universe. He feels purpose. He feels sense of direction. He feels whole and complete. And you'll find that that little push of reassurance is all that a man needs to start taking on the role that you want him to take on. So, a lot of women will complain to me and say, well, their partner isn't doing what they want, and they have to always hound them, and they always have to be on them. And I would say, well, you're going about it all wrong. Like, you're being a nag of a mother. That's not what he wants. He doesn't want an old hag always nagging him to make his bed and all of this. Push him to feel like a man. Push him into roles and into situations where he's going to take that on as a man. And it's not going to happen right away. But the more you practice it, the more he's going to pick up and say, oh, this is what it feels like. Oh, this is the self-worth feeling. This is me taking care of my woman and making sure that everything is in place. And then you won't even have to bother with nagging and complaining. Once we start actually getting back to our true energies, we're going to see a lot of change in relationships. We're going to see a lot of change in people. and we'll see a lot of change in the universe, you know. But it's up to those of us who understand to start teaching others, teaching those who want to know, you know, how to get back into being a feminine woman, being a masculine man, interacting with each other, not overstepping the boundaries of energy and working together, you know. It's my 2 cents. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think of that. If you disagree, great, let me know. If you agree, great, let me know. And while you're at it, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.